The stock is down 7.25%. I can't tell if this is a case of just lofty expectations because your IPO was so hot, or whether there was some underlying weakness that Wall Street is teeing off of. How do you read it?
I still think it's early on. People are consuming the information, and I think once they get a chance to do it, they're going to see what we saw, which was a quarter that we were so proud of, 36% ARR growth year over year, up to 241 million. 42% recurring revenue growth, which is now over 94% of our total revenues. Non-GAAP net operating income more than double what it was a year ago, and 33% unlevered free cash flow margins. You know, all in all, we just feel fantastic about this quarter, especially in the middle of a global economic recession.
So talk us through some color behind those numbers that you just gave. Obviously, Apple's stock chart lately has been a moonshot, and there's so much excitement about the new products. But from your perspective on the enterprise side, what does that actually look like in terms of business during the last few months?
Yeah. Well, first of all, historically, our business has grown the way it has because of the consumerization of IT. It's where people say that they want their work computer and their work technology to work as well as they do at home. And that has been fantastic for Apple going into the enterprise. It has been fantastic for Jamf because we get that consumer-like experiences for employees. Now, in the last few months, when you have the greatest movement of people from offices to working out of their home that we've ever seen in history, that is more than likely, in our view, and has already fueled the consumerization of IT. And that is something that we can help organizations do.
Are you seeing any reluctance by, I mean, you're a pretty good barometer on enterprise spending. And yes, they're all upgrading their digital capabilities as everybody works from home. But what about the economic sensitivity? We're also seeing a lot of layoffs across corporate America right now. Have you seen any pullback in spending?
Yeah, the way that we've qualified it for people, we've seen both headwinds and tailwinds in our business, but that they've offset each other. The headwinds have clearly been what you're saying, and some organizations, unfortunately, have reduced their staff, so therefore they have fewer devices that they need to secure. But on the flip side, we've got some micro trends like the work at home initiative, where many companies needed to send emergency computers out to employee homes in order to empower them as quickly as possible. Distance learning, which is something that we're extraordinary at, helping teachers still have control of their classroom despite being miles away, and telehealth initiatives that allow physicians to meet with their patients, whether in the hospital or in their home, in a safe way. So those micro trends have offset some of the economic struggles that we've seen. And over time, we believe that the macroeconomic struggles are going to go away, but these micro trends are here to stay in our view.
No doubt. That's where the spending is. Dean, wanted to ask you about the sort of consumer side of Apple right now and the story. Tons of excitement around this new phone launch for 5G and the demand that's going to be there and the new products and the super cycle. Are you preparing for that, or does that not have anything to do with you as you're focused on enterprise?
Yeah, great question. So we, of course, everything that we do in terms of enabling Apple at schools and Apple in the enterprise, we have to make sure that we innovate at the pace of Apple. That anytime Apple comes out with a technology, we support it on that day, if not before that day, so that an enterprise can confidently deploy these devices out. So, you know, every fall, Apple comes out with new technology, and every summer, Jamf is busy working with beta versions and making sure that we're ready there for our customers, not only with compatibility, but with all the new features